Hello everyone and welcome back to the show. Today on your daily starter, I would love to ask you one question. When are you going to start that passion project of yours? Hello friend, this is the voice of Ademola Morebise. Hello friend, I believe strongly that when we have passion projects, we need to understand the need to pick a date, a specific date. A lot of times, there are things we want to do and it's always 5 years away. It's always 3 years away, right? I mean, you probably know someone that told you 5 years ago that they just want to go into business, maybe a career now, get a job somewhere, work there for 2 or 3 years, then they're going to resign and go start their own company, go do their own thing. It's been 5 years, it's been 7 years, it's been 10 years, and honestly, the boss is yet to resign and things like that, right? So our passion project, if care is not taken, you realize that your passion project, those things you really want to do, will always be 3 years away, and now it's 5 years away, and it just keeps going on like that. I understand, right? There are things we want to do, and there are things we need to do. And a lot of times we have to do the things we need to do so that we can begin to do the things we want to do. I totally get that, that's fine. But nevertheless, if we're not being more proactive with the things we want to do, it gets to a point whereby, we simply fail to make an impact in the long run. And so that is why it's important for us to see how we can set a date and say, so date I'm going to execute. I'm going to embark upon that passion project of mine. Unless we get to that place, I believe we are just joking, right? I mean, you should pick a date. So sit down and think about it, all right? If you say you want to do something in 5 years' time, if we check in with you after 1 year, you should tell us now that, I'm going to do that thing in 4 years. It can't be 5 years. I mean, 3 years ago, we asked you, when are you going to start that passion project? You said in 5 years' time. 2 years ago, same question. You said in 5 years' time. Last year, we asked the same question. It's still in 5 years' time. This year, we're asking you again. It's still in 5 years' time. I mean, 5 years is not the finish. You understand? You have to get to that place whereby you have a well thought out plan that in 7 years' time, I want to embark upon so project. And so because of that, year 1, I need to do this. Step 2, I need to accomplish this other thing. Step 3, I need to accomplish this other thing. So don't tell me you have a 20-year plan when you cannot articulate clearly what exactly needs to be done in 3 months, 6 months, 18 months, and things like that. So you have a 20-year plan, that's fine, but what needs to happen within the next 2 years? What do you need to accomplish within the next 3 years that will make your 20-year plan valid? We need to understand how to carry a long-term vision in our heart. At the same time, we can break this thing into chunks, break it into chunks, and then this is things that need to happen. If you are truly working towards that your 3-year project, 5-year project, I believe that there should be something that needs to happen within the next 6 months. So that if I check in with you in 18 months' time, you should tell me, it's no longer a 3-year thing. Now you are about 2 years away from that thing you want to do. If your passion project don't have a kick-off date, I believe you are merely stalling, okay? And that could be a sign that you are afraid, that there is fear somewhere, you're afraid of something. The truth of the matter is that we don't need so much to get started on these things we want to do. Getting started most of the time is just a matter of having the courage to start out, the courage to get started. That is what is missing most of the time. And rather than confront our fears, face to face, we prefer to hide, and we try to camouflage under something. So we think we need more experience, more knowledge, more resources, and things like that. When in reality, what we need is more bravery, more courage, so that we can step out and get started. So those passion projects of yours, I want you to think about it, right? Think about it and come up with a date that this is the date. On so day, I'm going to get started on this thing I want to do. The date doesn't have to be today or tomorrow or next week, right? Just pick it, right? Pick your date. You are free to pick your date, all right? So when you pick that date, then you begin to walk towards that date. That is what this is all about, all right? Because if care is not taken, your dream projects will always be 5 years away until, and you just wake up one day, you're not 75, and you've not started those things you've always said that you were going to do. Why don't you repeat after me this morning? Say, God daily loads me with benefits. I am bold and strong. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. My name is Ademola Morebise. Thank you so much for taking our time to check out this video. Remember, you can live a formidable life.